Okay. How are we all? Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Sassy chat. Don't worry, if I need to murder a mortal character in this game, I might just pick people from chat that sass me. Yo, blue! Okay, is everything synced up? How's that sounding for you all? No! Well, it should have fixed problems from my end. If it's on Twitch, I can't do anything about that. But I recognize that there's certainly some dodginess switching between scenes. So, Sata's coming for me. Awesome. Okay. But I'm not going to put music on this time because I found that editing while having music in the background. Oh, ELB, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub to Monkey Princess. Monkey Princess, welcome back to the crew. I appreciate it. Right. Yeah, no music in the background. So if you want your own music on, this is going to be edited, put on the YouTube channel Strange Adventures, where I do all sorts of stuff. And if you want to check out the game, 1000-Year-Old Vampire, definitely there is a command in chat, which I can't remember what it is, to get up a link to the Kickstarter. 1000-Year? Is it 1000-Year Vampire? There you go. There you go. We got a link for you. And that will be available. So welcome, everyone, to 1000-Year-Old Vampire. I really have been enjoying this game, and it is time that we finished the story of who do they think they are right now? Gwyneth. They have reclaimed their name. This close to being 1000-Year-Old Vampire, Gwyneth, previously Leon, has lost the name Leon. They think Leon is in fact someone else. Daisy, the captive lover of our vampire, has now been freed after blackmail. She blackmailed us with a book of our secrets, which was awesome. And we, as a vampire, now have very specific marks from our history, from our many, many years of horrible things happening to us and doing horrible things. These are the curses. We have no insides. That's where we started. We stuffed ourselves with blankets and hay to make ourselves not seem hollow. Ourselves? Me. I'm just going to own it. Gwyneth is now me. My shadow seems to have a mind of its own. That was a curse from a spirit of the lonely. Another immortal that I met along the way called... God, it's been a little while. Maribel, spirit of the lonely, who we have become friends with since. However, in rage, submitting ourselves to our bestial side, to the rages that have been tormenting us and giving us power, we submitted to them and eventually tore the skin off our own faces and tried to hide it by painting features on every night. So, let that be kind of a barometer of the level of unpleasantness that you are about to subject yourself to. This is not going to be a happy story. There are many different places we can take this, and I have a few ideas bubbling in the back of my mind, but that's not what this is about. This is about, just to summarize how the game works, using prompts from this book here, called 1000-Year-Old Vampire. This is a PDF of prompts which, for example, the one that we just finished at the end of last session, how do you provide for your banal material needs? Record an experience about this, a time this went wrong, check a skill. We use skills, memories, abilities, and resources to progress and create memories, the things that we write down here, to record the life of this 1000-year-old vampire. And I am taking suggestions from chat. And we're all going to be building this story together and seeing how it ends. And the way that we decide what prompt we're going to next is we're currently on 63. We're not on 36 because that's what I wrote down up here for some stupid reason. Let's get rid of that. And we do that by rolling these dice. We take the 6 or the 6-sided dice from the 10-sided dice, and that is how far back or forward we go. And eventually it will lead to the end of our vampire. And that's the aim for today. So without further ado, let's roll the dice. They make a nice sound. We go nowhere. How thrilling. That was anticlimactic. We're stuck on 63. But fortunately, for each prompt, there are three total prompts. So we've done the first part of this bit here. So we move on. Oh, it takes a lot of time to load this PDF. We move on to this second bit, which, oh God, I'll get out of the way and I will read. How do you avoid the eyes of the government? Create a skill based on a memory. Well, previous to now, we have memories. I don't know which ones we currently have possession of because there are a limited amount of memories and experiences that we have access to. But we have had run-ins with the government previously, and, you know, I think we should take a look at where we are. I convinced my generals. Are my generals part of the government? Possibly. This particular one can't be anything else than beauty, nature, and peace, so that won't have anything to do with it. What diary do I have? I have the diary of the land lineage, new life and rage. I also have a diary of spite, youth, and the return of Johann. So I have a lot. Oh, I also have a diary of who I was, mum murder, and the immortals that I know. I did lose one of those, but I retrieved it, or someone blackmailed me with it, and I got it back. Cover yourself in pasta. Okay. Sounds like maybe we'd be working for the government. That does sound an incredibly likely scenario. I'm trying to see what skill I could create based on a memory that would be relevant to this. After destroying a church. Nope. Blah, 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 Lord Bentham. Sheepy disappeared quite quickly. Society demands. Left home to explore. Started the idea of restoration. Ah, yeah, here we go. I've started the ideas of a restoration project in the idea of this island's government. And that island is England. So, I'm not entirely sure exactly where in time we are. Probably close to somewhere around 1000 AD. I imagine what's it called? Statecraft? Could be. You know what? I could just Control F, couldn't I? There is one mention of government. So, very long time ago, I started the idea of a restoration project. And the ideas of the head. You know what? I imagine I would be working for the government. Oh, where am I? The coins are recovered from my savings, blah, blah, blah. Throw grand feasts that my friends think are wonderful. The Black Plague had decimated my staff. So, yeah. I will create a skill. I have so many skills and resources. I didn't think I would have this many this late in the game. But the skill I will create is not necessarily statecraft. I think this vampire is effective at... what's the word? Not statecraft. Not effective at mentoring. Like effective advisor, which seems appropriate. We are the power behind any throne that we put ourselves behind. Thank you, Neonivek. That's exactly what I meant. We are an effective advisor. We created a skill. That is a potential. So just so everyone's aware, the way skills work are, if they've got this little mark next to them, that means they have been kind of checked off. It's a thing that I have done and I'm capable at, or not capable at, like good at. Whereas the things that aren't checked and aren't crossed out are things that I am potentially capable of. Whereas the things that have been crossed out are things that I've entirely lost the capability to do. Oh, you know what? Let's be a lot more literal with this skill. Power behind the throne. It's what the intent of being an advisor is, right? So let's create a memory. That's the next step. The memory should be, I think, probably slots into convince my generals of the power of old curses. Jealous, inhumane mortals seek me out. No, that doesn't really fit in there. It doesn't really fit with the theme of ancient knowledge. So I'm going to fill out this third memory slot with... and in fact, I'm going to do a little bit of research. Let's just pick a date and say around 1000 AD England. That's probably not exactly the time because I can't remember where I left off. But King Canute was crowned the King of England. So England did exist at this point. England, Scotland, partly Wales, I think, existed. You really don't want to misspell King Canute's name. He is King of Denmark, England, and Norway. Yeah, okay, so it's post-Norman Conquest. Wait, when was he alive? He was born around 995. Oh no, this is pre-Norman Conquest. Okay. Cool. Minecraft mods. Well, yeah, we've been talking a lot about Minecraft mods. I'm really excited about the possibility of getting that community server back up. That would be awesome. Okay. Much stabler. Good. I've placed myself at the side of the King of England. So what exactly was the prompt? Ooh, let's get rid of that. How do you avoid the eye of the government? By being the government. Let's pick a character that I victimized through this. Should it just be the king? There's Leon. There's Daisy, Maribel. E, the social con man. Oh yeah, he became an immortal, didn't he? Whoops. Might have turned him. Johann has returned. Oh, Skeltar answered. Thank you for that. 17 months subscription. Appreciate the support. Welcome in. We're continuing the 1,000-year-old vampire story. I don't have many mortals left. No, I think... you know what? I'm going to use my mark. The skin off my face mark. It's been a long day. Oh, man. We definitely victimized Lord Bentham a lot. He's the person who turned me into a vampire. I need only whisper it in. What's another word for atmosphere? The atmosphere of fear sounds weird as a thing to say. The culture. Smell of fear. Is that how you spell inquiries? It is. Good. I have placed myself at the side of the King of England. Many nobles who look too... I have placed myself at the side of the King of England. Many nobles who look too closely at my painted face tend to lose their status. I need only whisper in the king's ear. The culture of fear that this has created protects me from further inquiries. Nobody is going to look that hard at the person behind the throne because they've probably heard tales of everyone else getting their shit messed up. Beb as a vampire. Bentham as a vampire is a really interesting it's a really interesting image. Yes. Okay. I think I've done that one. I created a skill. I have avoided the eyes of government by being the government. Boop. Okay. We are moving forward 6. Nice. I was really hoping we'd get to this one. Ooh. You bond with an ancient enemy character over your shared past, finding in it something more comprehensible than this modern world. Check a skill, you become friends. Share a resource, and gain a resource that is shared with you. Okay. Sex. Is sex a resource? Definitely. If you're a vampire. Sex is not a resource. I'm not even going to entertain that one. I just realised. Which ancient enemy do I bond with? Friend ? Is Johan. Enemy is certainly Lord Bentham. Enemy, most of my enemies are dead. Daisy, not ancient enemy. Leon, not even a real person. I think it might have to be Lord Bentham. What does Lord Bentham have? Check a skill. Okay, let's look through the skills and see what skill we use to befriend Lord Bentham. 69 with Lord Bentham. Leon is so mysterious. Exactly. That's what makes Leon so dangerous. We don't even know why we don't like him. Or vice versa. What have I got unchecked? I got genealogy, painting, and power behind the throne. Okay. Itchy nose. Painting? I'm gonna check painting. We paint him a cursed portrait. It just keeps on getting older. I don't know why. Melchit? What are you on about? I don't get that one. Hi Sheepy, how you doing? Okay, the painting Maribel is all used up. Ancient knowledge is all used up. Oh no, it's not. Whatever this one is. I don't really know what the kind of through theme of this, the thread. Disbanding mortals. God, okay, no, I'm gonna have to start a new memory group. My mustache? Oh, General Melchit! I get that now! How many accounts on Twitch do you have, Peter? Just remember your damn password. Bah! Hi, Sheepy. How are you? Welcome in. Also, hi, Peter. Too many. Just remember your password, mate. That's all you need to do. Write it down. No one's going to steal it. You sent me a thing? What, on Discord? To look at? Oh. Ooh. Where? Where'd you send it? Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Oh wow, you timed out exactly. Well done, Sheepy. It's brave to have a dick pic as your logo. That's real brave. Good job. That's a strong. Look at those. I mean, look at that big peak. That's what I'm assuming it is. Cheers for the shout out, Arcana. Good job. No one but you would do it. Oh, I'm really excited. I didn't realize how soon it'll be. You're gonna have to tell me. Because okay. So at the moment, I am GMing a Vampire the Masquerade Chicago by Night 5th edition chronicle for my IRL friends, and I'm really enjoying it because they're doing so many interesting things. Yeah, you get it tattooed all up the shaft. It's very impressive. Wait, Sheepy did singing? Oh, I'm going to have to watch that. Right. Let's continue befriending Bentham. Lord Bentham, where you at? I'm going to... Shared path. Oh, I just had the best idea. Okay, fuck you, Maribel. Sorry, don't actually fuck you. I like you. You're cool. But, Maribel, get out of here. You are going... Sheepy isn't a bad singer. Chicago by Night, you were talking about Jamie? Yeah. It was awesome. I really want to play, though. I want to be one vampire instead of, like, some other vampires. Lost Memories. Nope. Okay. I can't remember what the limit on... What page are we on? 98. Okay. Everyone remember that. Page 98. I'm going to go check up some rules. I need to see what the diary rules are. I need to move memories out of my brain and into the book. Cheers, Neonivek. Diary. Go. There is one where you can move it into a diary, blah, blah, blah. When you create a diary, give it a short description and add it to the resource list. Oops! That's a thing I haven't been doing. For example, a sturdy leather-bound book, a collection of pictograms adorned pots, gold filigree signs bordering a frightening ritual mask, a password-protected forum on our archaic website. Right, what I actually need is the maximum memories you can fit. Your vampire can have one diary at a time. Oh yeah, didn't I consolidate them all? I thought I moved them all into one diary. Or maybe I lost a couple. I lost one. Definitely lost that one. And I got that one back. Ivelon, welcome. Yeah. If I didn't GM, we wouldn't have got Bubbles. I like Bubbles. I should play Bubbles more often. I should get back to my drawing board on Bloodlost. I have a lot of ideas for where to take it. I just need to actually decide. Okay, so I do have more than one diary. I'm going to break that rule because I did lose one and get it back. So I'm going to say that... Fuck. Okay, let's just move this here so I don't... lose it out of my clipboard when I do something stupid. Digital tools are kind of easy, but also a pain in the ass. Right. For whatever reason, these are 2 diaries. And I don't feel like there's a good reason to have them as 2 diaries. And painting Maribel. I'm not going to say what they are because we skipped that ages ago. Probably what we should do. Yeah, kind of like a choose your own adventure, except let me show you. It's much more freeform and much more replayable than a choose your own adventure, because what you end up with is you roll some dice and you move along the prompts, the prompt numbers up here, and then each prompt or each number has a series of prompts that you go through, and I mean, you'll miss some the first time round, and then you go through and create your own story that way. So it's much more freestorm. What's been going on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so a good summary. I will do one more summary, and if anyone else comes in asking for what's happened, then they're just going to have to try and catch up. There are videos if you want to just watch a edited, much quicker version than the streamed VODs. So I've edited together all the story stuff. Should you put a summary? Probably. But don't worry about it. We are Gwyneth, a vampire who began in the Welsh area of Wales, England, at around 450 AD. It is now approximately 1000 AD. We are close to the end of this vampire's story, however that happens. But since then, we have integrated ourselves into society. We have begun wars. We have ended wars. We have created a lineage of servitors. We have done a little bit of not genealogy, but what's the other one? The slightly less tasteful one. The one, eugenics. That's the word I'm looking for. We've done a little bit of eugenics with a certain breeding program. But also we've done wonderful things like covered the land in forests, which we can use to travel when it is overcast. We've met spirits. We have gained curses like the shadow having a mind of its own. And in fact, I'm fairly certain that the shadow may have detached. There are a couple of threads that I really want to kind of wrap up here. The forests, the shadows, which I think might be linked to Leon. We took an ancient enemy's daughter captive as kind of a bargaining chip and took her as our wife. But she learned that we were a vampire and blackmailed us with a book that proved that we were a vampire. And in exchange for getting that book back, we let her go. And apparently, as far as we're concerned, we're fairly certain she escaped with the mythical Leon. So there's really awesome themes of senility. There's themes of growing away from mortals, doing unpleasant things, and slowly, ploddingly decaying. Or at least that's what we've really kind of leaned on in this particular playthrough. And also hiding yourself as a vampire, dealing with your curses and stuff like that. I'm a big vampire fan, so yeah, let's continue with this. I haven't actually finished the second prompt that we were on. I've spelled it's wrong. There's lots of spellings here. I'm not going to go through and deal with it. Yeah, we were born in Brython in AD 450. We were a warrior once. I also really enjoy Vampire the Masquerade. I've never played Vampire the Requiem, and I really, really want to. That whole Chronicles of Darkness series is something that I really want to get into. But oh yeah. Well, I'm actually making a whole bunch of Bloodlines 2 videos at the moment to cover what's going on there and like get people up to speed with the lore and stuff. I spent most of today recording videos for that, actually. Where did we get to? I cleared out space. And beauty, nature, and peace is what this memory slot is specifically allowed for. Nothing else. So, I have an awesome idea. For this particular memory. I checked a skill, which was painting, and an ancient enemy character, which is Lord Bentham, is who I'm going to bond with. But I have an idea for this. We've fallen in love with Lord Bentham's beauty. Lord Bentham was deforesting a large area. After a bloody battle, we were the only two remaining. We agreed to a stalemate and sat upon an oak stump. The many rings reminded us both of the ages that had passed between us, and I offered to paint him in this ancient place. I might change that a little bit. The many rings reminded us both of the There we go. How's that? That feels a bit better to me. Lord Bentham was deforesting a large area after a bloody battle. We were the only two remaining. We agreed to a stalemate and sat upon an oak stump. The many rings reminded us both that this tree was as ancient as us, and I offered to paint him in this quiet place. As a peace offering, you know? I quite like that. One of the very few moments of tranquility in the life of a very violent vampire. And I'm kind of hoping that we'll get a few more prompts that give us an opportunity to write stuff before the end of this game, because I feel like we're getting really, really close to the end of this game. So it's time to roll the dice. What we got? We are moving forward 4, which brings us to 73. Okay, chat, we've been doing this for 40 minutes. This is it. This is the end. Do you want me to re-roll and see if I can get a few more in? I'm not going to tell you what the prompt is, but it says the game is over. I think there's more to this vampire's life that we can do. Do we roll again? He did give us something in return. Oh yeah, there was probably a thing I should have done about share a resource. Let's write in the resource that Lord Bentham gave us, which I think we share the overgrown temple. And for sure, he is no longer an enemy. One reroll, fate point. Yeah. I missed that. Thank you. What does he give us? I imagine he gives us wood? He was chopping down wood. I don't know. A book of curses? Resources. I know what. It's going to be a little more esoteric than something solid, but it is going to be political stability. We're no longer fighting. He can give us political stability. I don't have to check it off, but I do actually have a resource shared by Lord Bentham. There we go. I think that makes sense. Political stability is certainly something we use up. Okay. We going for a reroll? What's this? We got a 4 and a 3. So we actually go back 1. Yay! We get to do more of this. Hello, Sam. Welcome in. How are you? You're a gecko representative? Ah, shit. What do we do? Yeah, we went back 1. We re-rolled. Aren't the geckos all fried? That was Lionheart's. That was Lionheart's empire, right? It's been a while. Can't remember. What's doing? This is a story game called 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. Let's do 68. An antiquity has surfaced which is directly tied to your mortal life. Check a skill or lose a resource and gain the antiquity as a resource. Then regain one of your earliest memories. Record an experience about acquiring the antique. Ooh. Oh, I just thought. When was the Doomsday Book written? 1086. Okay. because I do remember writing something about the Doomsday before this, but it doesn't have to be chronological. We can just, say that we made friends before the Doomsday Book thing. That's fine. But it's definitely post-Norman invasion England at this point. Right, back to the task at hand, which is, what is the antiquity? Let's just look through our resources and see what we've lost. We've lost a chariot, which isn't really... it is related to an early memory. There is a cursed gladius of Johann, which crumbled. There's my battle garb, which I think was stolen by Sheepy. There's the servitors. That's not really a antiquity. Grove of Mists could do it. The Art of the French. Vast kitchen and staff. Or it could be something entirely original. Let's see what memory we want back. That's probably more useful. Is this the... Something deeply personal. Yeah, something slightly more interesting than a chariot. Took my mother out to sail the seas. My mother saw my chest as I was restuffing it and it fell into the waters. Could remember mum murder. Ooh, what do I want to regain? Oh wait, is this a part of the diary? Oh, that is a part of the diary. I already know that. Lost memories are right here. Feast for Lord Brython. Johann went for... the chariot. I gave Johann my Roman trophies in exchange for his service. Gold Hand of Gladius. Lord Bentham used magic to curse the Gladius and show Johann a future where I betray him. I'm gonna go with this one because at the moment my character has no fucking clue who Johann is. So I am going to take the lost memory, this one, and put it in the diary. Because I haven't got anywhere else to put it. I'm going to call it Mortal Johann. There we go. Mortal Johann. What is it that we regain? Won't be the Gladius, because that was destroyed. Oh, I know what it is. There is a really beautiful artifact that a real artifact that's inspired this. So if everyone goes if everyone goes to the Sutton Hoo burial, I think it's the Sutton Hoo burial. I know we're not Vikings, but there are some really gorgeous like clasps and jewelry that would be really cool for a moment like this. And definitely check out the Sutton Hoo stash. It's like Viking swords and shields and, well, probably not the shields, I think they rotted, but there's a huge amount of like gold and silver trinkets. It's really awesome. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to put it, well, first I'm going to move over here so you can actually see the stuff. I'm going to put it in this number 2 slot. And I need to check a skill or lose a resource. Loved ones of foolish mortals. Nope. I'm going to go genealogy. I'm going to check that one off. I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Not necessarily retraced Johann. Oh, yeah. I mean, sure. That makes sense. Regain one of my earliest memories, done that. Check a skill, done that. Gain the antiquity as a resource. Johann's glass inlaid gold clasp. There we go. I'm gonna put that in there. And because at the moment my character doesn't know they have created an entire lineage based on Johann's family. The youngest child of his direct line was had some beautiful jewelry. There we go. I thought I better twist, turn the screw a little bit on that one. After researching the immortal Johann, I discovered he has a vast lineage. The youngest child of his direct line had some beautiful jewelry that sparked my memory of Johann's mortal days. I took the clasp and killed the child. How's that? Happened to stumble across a loyal follower. Well, they're not so loyal anymore. I think I lost them in the last session. Oh, my ribs are sore. Oh, the kid would have complained to the mother or something. I don't know. Get rid of the evidence. God, I'm the worst. All right, time for more rolling. freak out. That's a 2 and a 1. Which means we go back 1 again. There's Leon. Yeah. Leon just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Everyone was really on it with the with the spooky stuff, the mysteries. We've got an idea of, some of us, what might Leon do in the future. Yeah. Oh my god. 67. Language itself leaves you behind. People discuss concepts you cannot grasp using tools you cannot understand. How is this problem dramatically made manifest? Create a character who will teach you a skill to help you offset this disadvantage. Did we die? No, not yet. Not yet. Create a character. It's going to be immortal. It's going to be a friend, I hope. It's going to be someone who teaches us a skill to help offset the disadvantage of not knowing what the fuck people are talking about. I'm not actually sure. People discuss concepts you cannot grasp using tools you cannot understand. What tools do they use? What concepts are they talking about? Why don't I understand it? How did people change communication? Sarcasm comes into being. My character doesn't get it. When does... I'm thinking like clergy often carried communication changes. History of English religions. Religion in the United Kingdom. Christianity. When did Christianity arrive? Probably... Christianity, Anglicanism, 1534, Presbyterianism, Methodism. I'm going to say it's some sort of religion that arrives, but I don't know. What's the Google foo for that? What religion? Okay, England, 10th century. Wait, is that the 11th century? Religion in medieval England. Anglo-Saxon reliquary cross. Approximately the year 1000. Okay. Abbeys were built in the 12th century. England, much of England converted in the 6th and 7th centuries. Okay. So I'm not going to stick to it too much. What's the word for those beautiful books that the monks used to write? with the gold writing. Illuminated books. That's what they're called. An illuminator? No, a monk. And a monk. Fucking idiot. A monk. This can be... I don't want to call him Friar Tuck, but I kind of want to call him Friar Tuck. Just call him Tuck. Tucker. There we go. Tucker, a monk who taught us Latin? What was the prompt? Teaches a skill to offset this disadvantage. So probably didn't teach us Latin. Robin Hood isn't copyrighted. No, that's too old for that. Monk who taught us something, for sure. Don't know what they taught us, but I am going to write an actual memory down. Actually get this done. Every goddamn memory is full. That one doesn't really fit. I am going to move Memories of Slipping into Darkness into the diary so that we can lose all of our memories when this diary gets burnt or destroyed. The language thing? We have decided that because language itself leaves you behind. People discuss concepts you cannot grasp using tools you cannot understand. And I have decided that the tool will probably be illuminated Bibles, illuminated holy texts that we can't understand. And the kind of clergy have gotten away with us, with their knowledge and use of language and communication. So I have befriended Tucker, a monk who taught us something to offset this disadvantage. But I'm going to start with the memory because I don't actually know what the thing is that Tucker taught us. So we're Tucker. Wait. Oh, I've got a good... I have... You know what? Tucker's just gonna do it for me. That's what this is. Fuck you, Tucker. We're 400 years away from the printing press. Yeah, I can't deal with the books that people write out by hand. The printing press is going to mess me up. Tucker, a monk who has begun to create a monk who creates illuminated unholy books for me. That's who you are, Tucker. Beautiful illuminated holy books that apparently discuss religion are being distributed to every church in my domain. I have taken control of Tucker, a monk who can produce these items by inspiring his rebellious side with visions from the unholy grail. Down with religion. Every book that Tucker creates has an upside down cross and a goat's head in a pentacle. That's where this is going. Yeah, we created the English the English flag. Horny goat. Oh, you lot are terrible. All right. Time to move on. Where are we going to next? We are going 6 forward. 8 minus 2. Yeah, 6. 67. Now we're at the same place we were a few minutes ago. We are far too close to the end of this book to properly summarize stuff. It is death. Or it's the end of the game. You don't know it's death. We have done this for a while, and I think there's some stuff well, you know what? I'm not going to fudge the game anymore. This is the end. Prompt 73. You achieve a position of absolute stability that might sustain you unchanging until the sun dies. What does this mean? The game is over. Well, what this means, I feel, is that I have to kind of wrap up some things, some ideas that have been bouncing around my head in a single experience. But I think we've laid the groundwork for this. So I'm going to do it as succinctly as possible because I want to kind of combine the ideas that I've got. Absolute stability. I know what happens. I keep on writing in the present tense. It's really fucking annoying. You know what? Let's just go full fucking end of the world with this. Ooh, that's not where that goes. Gehenna time. Yep. That's not... Okay. It could be there's a Sombra backstory. I hate that the kerning on this font is bad. There we go. There's like some other stuff I feel. How's that? We've wrapped up Leon. We've wrapped up the Unholy Grail. We've wrapped up the... becoming a friend with Lord Bentham. That is full-on end days. My shadow, Leon, returned to me. All darkness belongs to me, and conducting a ritual with Lord Bentham, I consume and regurgitate the world, and seep into its essence. Essence? Essence. My shadow, Leon, returned to me. All darkness belongs to me, and conducting a ritual with Lord Bentham, I consume and regurgitate the world, and seep into its essence. The trees I have grown are my arms. Spirits like Maribel are my eyes. Mortals praise my name in unholy ceremonies as I lead them into the black, where everything ends. That is not where I expected this to go. I didn't expect to survive until the sun dies, but the world belongs to Gwyneth now. Who knew? I thought that we'd end up getting our head chopped off, but I'm very happy with this story. It let me write so many cool things and tie in all of the creative stuff that I wanted to do. So at some point in the future, I really want to try this again because there's like a billion other prompts that you can switch out for this in. There's some really cool things and like 20 different endings. How many? Oh, there's like 10 different endings. 10 different endings. There's still quite a lot of endings, and then extra stuff you can add on. And definitely get this book. I've had so much fun. Follow, subscribe. I have a Patreon if you want to hear more vampire creepy stories and fun stuff like that to support me. But until then, mustache. And that's where the video ends. The stream isn't ended. I thought we would be doing this for like 2 hours. You've done the work you had to do. Sweet. We're not going to end the stream. Yeah, there's alternate prompts. What else is in this? Yeah, I always do. I always like doing that pun at the end there. Yeah, that's the end of the video, which I now realize I hadn't recorded on OBS, which is kind of annoying. But I can always download the VOD. I thought I'd press the record button. Fucking idiot. Oh well. Tell you what. If anyone wants to do anything with this 1,000-year-old vampire stuff that I've written, if you want to see all of it, I'm going to put it on my Patreon for patrons only. all of the writing here. I mean, you can get it on the video, but if you want to actually have access to the Google Doc, I will put a link for patrons. But the video of this will be up probably at the weekend. I'll edit it together, make it nice and smooth, put some music in there to make it spooky, do some fun stuff. And there's there's so much to this book. I'm probably going to play it on my own because at the moment, so far, I've only played it on stream, which is cool, but that's not really what it's supposed to be for. I just have a good time with it. What does everyone think of this game? I'm gonna put some music on now, and we will go. Let's see if this does more horrible desyncing. Do you flip your egg when frying it or not? It was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed, Skeltar. Everyone, we became the actual leader. We became the world. Shadow government. Yeah, so Leo, well, I wasn't reading chat while I was writing that, but basically that was one of the other things. I didn't know how to like combine the two. I was gonna do lasting stability, you know, vampires at opposing ends of all the wars, you know, shadow government style, where we just pit everyone below us against each other for our own gain for eternity, right? But I also wanted to do the end times thing, which can't really. What's my hair doing? There we go. It did desync. Yeah, I am glad everyone enjoyed that. I will be on the lookout for more vampire games like this. Tabletop, video game, whatever. Oh, you know what? There is actually a new mod for Vampire Bloodlines called Prelude. I believe it's just a standalone, not standalone, but like it's its own story, unrelated to the main part of the game. Major desync. Damn it. I knew that would happen. Everyone try refreshing their browsers. That will probably do it. Hasn't helped. Fuck. Let's restart the stream then. No one go anywhere. And I think when I restart, we'll see if I can get this Prelude, Vampire the Masquerade Prelude working. Does that sound fun? For Bloodlines, the mod. Because I think I've got it downloaded. Yeah, let's restart the stream so the desync disappears.